Amazon is updating their prices, but you might be using Netflix or even Hulu. Plus, which service do you go with, or do you get them all? We're going to talk about that next. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Powers here with Geekazine. Think magazine, put in a geek, you've got Geekazine. And today we're going to take a look at those streaming media services that you can get. Some of them are free, some of them you have to pay for. And we're going to basically be highlighting the top three: Amazon Instant or Amazon Prime, Netflix, and Hulu or Hulu Plus. There are other services out there, just so you know, and we'll talk about them a little bit later as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the three. We're going to take a look at the good, we're going to take a look at the bad, and then figure out if you only have $10 a month to spend, which one should you go for? First of all, my Twitter handle is Geekazine. Once again, think magazine, put in a geek, you've got Geekazine. Geekazine@gmail.com. Everywhere you can find me, just look Geekazine, and there you are. All right, well, let's take a look at these services, because these are great streaming services, especially for those of you who are planning to cut your cord or get rid of your cable and get into a streaming service where you can get movies for you, for the kids, for friends, whatever, and go from there. We're going to start with Netflix. Now, Netflix has been a service. It started, I've had Netflix on and off for the last 10, 12 years. It started as a DVD rental service. You get a DVD through the mail, and they went from 1, they went to 2, and to 4. And I used their DVD as a mail service for a long time. But when they switched over to streaming, I switched to streaming as well. I did have a streaming and DVD rental, but you know, you always seem to put those DVDs on the counter or the table, and then you forget about them for a couple months, and it's like, oh yeah, I gotta watch that movie, and then send them back. When Netflix switched and had their whole Quickster debacle, that's when I got rid of the DVDs altogether. I don't even have a DVD player on any of the TVs that I own anymore. So there's still a DVD rental and a streaming service. And of course, you can get both of them, or you can get one or the other. I've got the streaming services. Now here, we're going to focus on the streaming services, not on the DVD rentals. But here's the good on what's going on in Netflix. First of all, it's $8 a month. So for about $116 a year, you will have enough movies, enough TV shows to be satisfied and watch, binge watch, or whatever you want to do with your time there. It's got one of the best delivery systems when it comes to movies and TV shows. They work really hard in creating algorithms that you can use, that they can figure out what you want to watch and when you want to watch it. Maybe rewatch an old TV show or a movie or something like that. They even plan hackathons. In fact, for a couple years they were giving away some big money to people that would create algorithms that would help in the search process of Netflix. Now, Netflix has movies, TV shows, documentaries, and some concerts and comedians and stuff like that. Anything that would come out on a DVD would pretty much be on a Netflix subscription. They also have a great kids library. So if your kid wants to watch that episode of Thomas the Tank Engine or something like that, you can mostly find all of those shows right into the kids section, and they focus it big time for the kids because they just want to watch a TV show, and they've probably watched that TV show 100 times already. They'll watch it again. Netflix is also working on some great original shows. House of Cards Season 2 is coming very, very soon. Of course, they had Orange is the New Black. They did do Arrested Development and some other original shows as well. House of Cards coming not only in 1080p, but they've also talked about it coming in a 4K resolution. So if you use 4K television sets, you will be able to watch Season 2 of House of Cards. At least that was the last rumor that was thrown through the mill there. Here's some bad when it comes to Netflix. The first of all is they separated their DVD rental and their streaming services. So instead of having $8 for one, $8 for another, they didn't do a $12 for the both, maybe one DVD and streaming. They don't work back and forth. They work as two separate companies, and eventually either that DVD system is going to die out like Blockbuster did, or they're going to sell it off to somebody else. Now, another thing is you might not find videos or TV shows renewing as much as you really want. Netflix got rid of a bunch of movies and TV shows. It's part of contracts at the beginning of the year. They've been bringing some new content in, things like Hansel and Gretel and the new Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. So it's had a refresh. But there's been times that I've sat and watched the queue, and the queue had not moved for up to a month or even more. So you might find that once you watch all the TV shows, all the movies that are on Netflix, there's nothing else on there. So there are a lot of titles on there. So if you're always open to watching something maybe older, rewatching something, then this is perfect. But if you're a person that pretty much watches one and done, then you might find that Netflix will lose its luster after a couple months there. But the biggest thing is that whole DVD separation between the streaming. The one thing that I find interesting is that they don't offer you to buy the movie after you've watched it. So that's one of the things that I would like to see Netflix do. All right, let's move on to Amazon. And like I said, Amazon is thinking of actually raising their prices. It's $80 a year, which comes out to less than $8 a month. And they want to bring it up to somewhere between $100 to $120 a year, which means about $9.99 a month you'll actually get the service. And then, of course, you can say, I want to pay for the year rather than I want to pay month to month to month, which makes it easier because I can plan for that $80 and have it in the account. So with $80 a month, you get your movies. You get everything on Prime, the movies, the TV shows, and all the original series that they have as well. Now, there's a lot more that Amazon offers than just movies and TV shows. They offer music. They offer products that you can get shipped to your door. They offer their Kindle and their Kindle ebooks. Now, this is perfect because not only do you get movies and TV shows that you can watch at any time, you can also get certain books that you can download to your Kindle and read at any time, whether it be a novel, whether it be I do a lot of computer stuff, so I read a lot of social media, social networking books. I can get those downloaded. And if I want to buy them, I can buy them as well. They got new TV shows. They do it a little bit differently. Their big show right now is called Alpha House, but they've just put out a whole bunch of brand new shows, and they've asked you which ones stay, which ones go. They did that last year. They put out 5 or 6 shows, and they let you vote on them, and then they chose one from that to actually put money into for a whole season. The other thing is, if it's not on Prime, you have the ability to rent it. You have the ability to buy it. So if you need to watch Anchorman because you just watched Anchorman 2 in the theaters, or you're getting ready to watch Anchorman 2 in the theaters, you can actually go and see if it's on Prime. If it's not on Prime, you can rent it. If it's not for rent, you can actually purchase it. $12.99 mostly for movies like that. And TV shows, TV series. I've got Big Bang Theory, a couple seasons of Big Bang Theory on my Amazon account. Couple bad things here. First of all, Amazon has a poor desktop presence. So if you're watching on a tablet, if you're watching on a smartphone, if you're watching on Roku, Apple TV, or Chromecast, it works really well. They've got a great interface you can pull that from and send it to. When it comes to the desktop, they use Amazon's regular website, which I'm really hoping that they'll actually change up and give us an interface that looks more like what Netflix has, more like what Hulu Plus has. Another thing that happened was, and this happened back in December, certain Disney movies that people paid for were taken offline. So the only way that you would watch those Disney movies, those holiday movies, was to actually re-rent them. And they got a little bit of flack on that. I'm not sure if they're going to do that. And again, sometimes it's the licensing of the actual media as opposed to what Amazon's policies are. Because if Disney says take all our movies offline, then Amazon has no choice but to take the movies offline. Same thing with Netflix. Same thing with Hulu Plus. They'll come, they'll go. That's what it is. But hopefully, if you did pay $12.99 for a movie and it's taken off Amazon's service, then you'll either get a refund or you'll get a digital download of that somewhere. So that's Amazon. That's the advantages that you have. It's more than just movies and TV shows. It's you also get books. You also get 2-day shipping and a whole slew of stuff for $9.99 a month. All right, let's talk about Hulu and Hulu Plus. Now, there's a distinct advantage of Hulu Plus Hulu over the other ones. Hulu, you can actually go to a desktop, call up Hulu.com, and watch shows right then, right there. Whereas with Amazon, they do have, and Netflix, they might have some samples that you can watch, but they're very limited. Hulu, you can watch TV shows from last night or whatever. You won't have the extensive library that if you pay I think it's $8.39 a month right now than if it was free. But you can definitely watch certain things. Their biggest advantage is once a TV show on NBC, on Fox, on ABC, when they're done within 24 hours, they're actually released to Hulu. So it could be your DVR, it could be your instant, it could be whatever you want to call it, but you could watch things the next day. They also have original shows as well, The Awesomes, The Morning After, Booth at the End, and the Madison one that I really hope that they make a second season on soon, called Battleground. They have TV episodes, they have movies. Their biggest downfall, though, is, of course, commercials. They put commercials within the content. Even when you pay the monthly fee, you have to get 2 to 3 commercials in between each show. The other bad thing about Hulu and Hulu Plus is that sometimes they do edit content. Not as much. They do have the filters for child safety, and of course they do put out more risque content as well. But there are certain TV shows, copyright issues, or time issues. They'll actually condense it. Like, for instance, Saturday Night Live. They won't put a whole episode of Saturday Night Live. Sometimes they'll take the musical guest out. Sometimes they'll take a skit or two out just to compress it within an hour, as opposed to the full 90 minutes of the actual show. There are a lot of other services out there, like, for instance, Vudu, Crackle, that have paid and free models that you can get into. HBO Go is really getting into the streaming market. Right now, you need an HBO cable subscription before you can actually get HBO Go. But I could see within the next couple of years, contracts like that actually getting completely rewritten so HBO can actually go onto streaming set-top boxes. And when they do, it will be a very big game changer because they come out with a lot of great content. Stars used to be on Netflix as a streaming option and content within. But for right now, you do have more than just these 3. You have other options, and you just have to research the good and the bad of what these options are. If you can buy the movies, if you rent the movies, what the charges are, and what the content that gets delivered to you comes in. One big thing about all these services is you got to remember that your internet connection rules the connection on the TV. So if you've got a blurry picture on Netflix or something like that, that's because they're pulling at a lower stream rate so they can get the content to you. You might want to check with your internet provider or streaming provider to find out why it's not getting a full 1080p if you choose that on your box. These are other things you take into account when you get streaming services like this. The best part is you can watch it anywhere. You can watch it on your desktop, you can watch it on your tablet, on your smartphone, and even on over-the-top television on your TV in the living room. So you have many options, and that's the cool thing about today and where we are within the internet is you can choose and have a great service. So the real question is, are you going to get Netflix? Are you going to get Amazon? Are you going to get Hulu? Are you going to get Netflix just for House of Cards or maybe Orange is the New Black? Remember that it's $8 a month, but if you're only watching those 2 shows, that comes out to about $80, $90 a year. So put in a little bit of financial thought into that. And of course, Amazon having more than just that with movies, TV shows, the Kindle, and of course the 2-day shipping if you order stuff online. Well, that's it. Hopefully I helped you figure out where you're going to go with your money and which service you're going to go. Let me know where you're going to go by twittering me over at Geekazine. Of course, geekazine@gmail.com is the email address. My name is Jeffrey Powers. Thanks a lot for watching this special media of which streaming service you're going to get. And until next time, you guys geek out and take care.